Hateful graffiti was found spray painted in tunnels next to Idaho's Anne Frank Memorial over the weekend. Boise Parks and Rec is now cleaning it up. It's not the first time it's been targeted. A year ago, the memorial itself was defaced with symbols of hate. We blurred out some of the graffiti from over the weekend. Boise police say a man walking through the tunnel on the Greenbelt spotted the profanity and hateful messages. Police are still looking for whoever did this. The investigation is open. They want anyone with information about this to call Crime Stoppers at 208-343-COPS. Meanwhile, Meridian City Councilman Luke Kavanagh posted on Facebook he's offering a $1,000 reward for information leading to the arrest or prosecution of whoever did this. And Boise Mayor Lauren McLean released a statement about it, saying in part, quote, "The anti-Semitic messages in the graffiti along the Greenbelt put a literal and figurative stain on our community." She went on to say, hate speech will not be tolerated. It is not who we are as a city and is not part of our shared values. Dan Prinzing is joining us now. He's the Wasma Center for Human Rights Executive Director. Dan, thank you so much for taking the time. We're so sorry this happened to you guys.
Thank you. We appreciate the outreach.
You know, to set the stage for those who don't know what you guys do, what is the Wasma Center? It is obviously home for the Anne Frank Memorial.
To that point, yes, we are both the home builder and the home of the Idaho Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial. We're the education center who extends the message of the memorial into classrooms, companies, and communities throughout the state, and with our online presence reaching national and international audiences.
Dan, we've seen multiple incidents of hateful anti-Semitic vandalism in Idaho over the past year. I know this is a big question. I mentioned the memorial being defaced with Nazi swastikas last year. People spray painted swastikas outside St. Luke's in McCall in September. And then just a couple weeks ago, a building in downtown Boise was tagged. This all begs the question, is extremism on the rise in our state?
Oh, I think without a doubt, the abhorrent behavior that consistently happens under the cover of darkness. It is the cowardly statements using words or symbols as a form of hate speech to make an attack. But I think what actually disturbs me even more than these hateful acts at night, it's the blatant coddling of extremism we see in broad daylight, be it elected officials inappropriately referencing the yellow star. It's the extremist behavior that is almost condoned. You know, there was a time in our state history where state elected officials spoke out against, denounced hate, denounced such actions. But now we actually see more reference where it's coddled or where it's just accepted. And what do we expect that the impact of that will be? It has emboldened the hate now that we see recurring in the cover of dark.
You know, the mayor's tweet said, this isn't our community, this isn't a reflection of our city, this isn't a reflection of our shared values, but we have seen this time and time again. Right, so
yes.
What is your take on that?
Well, I'm going to agree with the mayor with it. I don't think this is who we are. You know, we said that last year when it came into the memorial bearing the threat, we are everywhere. And we insist that people of kindness, people of goodness, people that believe in justice are in fact everywhere. But I think what we're also coming to now is a time for action. Words are not enough. To denounce it, I applaud the mayor, immediate reaction. I applaud the police chief, immediate action. But now as a citizenry, what are we going to do? And as I say, once again, as we continue to hear or watch elected officials that are doing nothing, what are we going to do?
Yeah, you're right. And unfortunately, this happened during Hanukkah. It's hurtful, it's painful for our Jewish community here in the state of Idaho. We have the only Anne Frank Memorial in the entire country. Last question for you. What can we all do to help end this type of hate? How can we stand up to acts of hate?
Oh, I think that's the question right there. It is the standing out. It is, yes, the speaking up when we hear, when we witness, but it also is now the taking action. And I would challenge, is that action that needs to occur at the ballot box? Is that action that needs to take place in the state house? Is that action that calls upon state leaders to stand up once and for all and say, this is not who we are?
Yeah. All right, Dan, thank you so much. Very powerful. I really appreciate you taking the time. Executive Director of the Wasma Center for Human Rights. Hopefully police are able to quickly find who did this.
Thank you.